The relentless heat has cooked up brown pastures, cracked open the soil, and once again has threatened the Lone Star State's beef cattle production.
It's been good, it's been bad, and I've seen a lot of changes in my life.
Hilmer Cowie got his start in the beef cattle industry about 60 years ago.
When you're in agriculture, you're always concerned.
Concern that has taught him tough lessons and to always be prepared for bad times.
Did you notice how they said always be prepared for hard times? And I've always said that. You gotta be prepared. Now, the beef is going to go down for a little while simply because of the drought, and they're selling it all off. They can't keep it. They can't afford to. And look at this, $2.97 a pound for brisket. That's pretty darn cheap. And so people will benefit from this for a while. They really will. And then next year the prices will go way up on beef. So if you have a freezer and a little extra money, maybe you want to stock up while you can. Now, it ain't going to hit everywhere. There'll be some people still have a hard time getting their hands on beef, and it won't go down in price either, but some places it will. And if you're one of those places and you're lucky, enjoy it. You know, I mean, we are not going to go back to anything normal ever again simply because we have had too much happen at one time. I have heard lots of people say, well, you know, hey, gas prices have always gone up, food has always gone up. But we've had too many things happen at once. Way too many. And it's too many that we cannot recover from. It's permanent. The camel's back has been broken. And whether it's intentional or not, I believe it is. Some people don't. I leave people's opinion. You know, opinions don't count. Being prepared does. I mean, $1 for hot dogs? Okay. I remember when not too long ago, they were 3 packages for $1. Yeah, they ain't worth $1. It's junk food. But sometimes, potatoes and hot dogs, you know, it's a stretcher. It feeds the family. And sometimes eating something a little, you know, is okay. Don't be ashamed. I mean, if hot dogs and potatoes is what you can afford, do it. That's the best you can do it. But try to get to know, farmers can be awesome people, especially, you know, if a farmer knows that you're hurting, they'll help. Now, today I wanted to help you with a recipe. And this is a recipe of beans. Beans are good for you and they're cheap. And we do want to mix some healthy foods or foods that are better for us, but that are cheap at the same time. I mean, I like canned mackerel and salmon. That's some of my favorite things. Now, these beans are cooked in a slow cooker all night with a couple teaspoons of salt and just water. I just wash my beans. I don't soak them. And I just cook them overnight in a slow cooker. And usually next day is when I make the refried beans. I have told most of you, and those of you who have been subscribed to me, you know that I cook an awful lot of pinto beans. One, I do not dislike the taste. I actually like the taste of pinto beans. They're inexpensive, and they're healthier for you than pancakes, waffles,
I'm gonna make
a whole lot of other
into
foods that,
refried
you
beans.
know, really are not that
show what
healthy
I'm
for
gonna
us.
do for
Beans are
breakfast.
far better for us. I smash them up. I'm going to add a little bit of water to this. I'm going to make something that's kind of inexpensive, but I'm using this in a way to get rid of some Spam that was left. My son come to visit, and every time my son comes to visit, he usually will bring something with him. And he brought some Spam, and he'll bring things and he'll put it in a room or something, and, you know, he brought a couple of cans of Spam, because I really don't buy Spam. But he does, and it is convenient to have on hand, but I don't have any Spam stocked. It's not something I buy. I prefer to, you know, mackerel or salmon, sockeye salmon, red salmon. But anyhow, he made a Spam sandwich, and he brought what's called pan blancos, and I'm sure he got them at Walmart. And he wrapped up the Spam that he left, he didn't use it. And I decided that I would make refried beans, and I'm going to slice this Spam up. And in the back, I have a skillet. And I'm heating some lard in it. And you're going to see, I'm going to take this Spam, and I'm going to put it in that lard. It's going to be easy. And folks, reach out to other people. It's going to take people coming together and helping each other. It really is. Now, I have a little bit of cheese that was sitting on the side of the door. It's not really enough to do anything with it, really. So I said, I'll just put it in these beans. It'll give the beans a nice cheesy, a really good flavor. Get to know people. If you know somebody's got chickens, look on Craigslist. See if somebody's got chickens. Maybe, because the time comes, you may not even be able to get eggs at the store, but somebody that has chickens, you may be able to get eggs from them. You never know. If you have a church, check around with people at your church. Check around with neighbors. I worked with a woman at Walmart. I don't know where she went, but she went out into the country every week and bought her eggs off of somebody that raised chickens. I don't know how she met them, but she did. And she always bought fresh eggs from somebody. So check around and see. There's people in my area that raise lamb and they sell it. They have chickens, different animals. Check and see what you can find with other people. But I'm frying the Spam here, as you can see. But it's going to get super, super bad, folks. And it's not going to go back to normal. It's not. And there's a lot of people out there who, ain't nothing, there's just, Now, I mean, for people to say that, well, you shop at Dollar Tree, and because you shop at Dollar Tree, you're just, that's nonsense. You can shop at Dollar Tree, shop at Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree is not whether you shop at Dollar Tree or you don't shop at Dollar Tree, has nothing to do, really, I don't think, with the economy. I mean, a person should be looking for a good deal no matter who they are and where they live. And if Dollar Tree has a good deal, then go for it. Now, I'm going to put this Spam on top of this. Now, like I said, this Pan Blanco came from Walmart. This is for breakfast, and I'm telling you, this is awesome. I wish I had a jalapeno. I would fry it in the same lard I fried the Spam. Spicy, hot, and oh so delicious. It really is. Folks, do the best you can. Ask your neighbor. If you don't have something and you don't have the money, don't be afraid to ask for a cup of flour to do something if you need to. Now that glass you saw there has cucumber water. I make cucumber water because I get the cucumbers free from my garden. And no sugar, just cucumbers. And what can I say? Delicious.